Hey guys, what is up? It's Dangeles, and welcome back to episode 158 of Constructing Los Dangeles. How's everybody doing? As you can see, it says Los Angeles behind me, so that must be what we're doing, right? So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the city today. We're ready to continue to work on it as usual. So let's jump right into it. I'll give you guys some updates to start off, some things I've been working on since last time. So first thing I did was I actually expanded the parking lot here on the side of the stadium. So originally we had it kind of symmetrical with the Los Angeles Laggers print right here, but I actually did expand, added an extra area to this lot. So now it's actually a really big lot to the point where it almost doesn't even fit in one chunk. You got to really get in the middle of it to get the whole thing running all the way across. So huge parking lot, tons of seating, or tons of parking for the stadium now. But we're not done yet, guys. I plan to add another huge parking lot over here going across the water. So what I did was I took a road that runs down through here, and it goes all the way past the stadium on this side and connects over to there. Obviously, this is a really awkward turn right now. That's going to be fixed. It's probably going to go in that direction and that direction as well. Obviously, we can't have it in that direction just yet because that's the edge of the map. But once we move it over to Xbox One, we'll be able to expand the road in that direction and continue to build things in that unknown area of the world. So that is the plan, guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of the yacht. But don't worry, we're going to move it to somewhere else on the map. I might move it to the pond in between the house. Actually, let me go check real quick because I don't know if I'm going to have enough space over there for that particular boat because it's a pretty big boat. It's not quite a boatload of space. Ching. So anyway, let's see here. Nah, no way. There's no way I'm going to have enough space over here. I always forgot that I built this boat dock. I really like that. That's cool. Yeah, so no space over here. Should be able to put it over by the Alpine Mansion then if we just fly over here really quick. Just take a couple of seconds. We can put it in the pool in the Alpine Mansion now. Over here. Yeah, I think we could put it over here. Just kind of dock it on the side of this little beach here on the Alpine Mansion. That's a possibility. We could also put it over by the ocean, the actual beach near the city. We could do that as well. So I'm going to move that one of these days. That's going to be a thing I'm going to do. So yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, guys, let's fly back over there and start working. Guys, thanks for being patient with me. It's been a little bit since I uploaded the last episode. I'm on spring break now. I just finished my last little grind. The thing about college is that's different from high school or other levels of school is that when you're on spring, right before you get breaks in college, they make you earn it. You usually have lots of tests or projects right before breaks, and it's not always like that in high school. Kind of I remember the last week before breaks in high school being really easy and just laid back because the break's coming anyway. It's no point starting anything. It's the complete opposite in college. You have to straight up grind out right before break. So that's what I've been up to. Just trying to get everything finished up. Just finishing up some tests and projects the last few days, so haven't had a whole lot of time to record. But now that I'm on spring break, I plan on just making a ton of videos and just doing a lot of stuff on Los Angeles and grinding it out. So anyway, guys, let me go ahead and explain to you guys what I'm going to be building today on this episode. I'm going to be working on a car dealership. We struck out on our first at-bat with car dealership over on the other side of the world. I decided I'm going to put it on this plot instead. I was, trying a whole bunch of things. I was thinking about potentially putting a supermarket here, a department store, even a factory. I think car dealership will be nice. It'll be a good spot for it. Now, the number one issue with car dealerships is parking. So you have to obviously park all the cars that people could potentially buy, right? Not a whole lot of space here for parking, so I might make some sort of parking garage, or even might rent out a part of the stadium parking if possible. I don't know if that might be unrealistic, but yeah, the parking lots are kind of frustrating in Minecraft because they're kind of necessary for things to look realistic, because you can't just have everything in the world and have no parking, you know what I mean? And there's a pretty decent amount of parking in Los Angeles. I feel I think we did a pretty good job just getting enough parking on the world, so I don't think that's really been a problem so far. But I don't know, it's just it takes up so much space, and it's where you could be building other things. So that's one thing I don't really like about parking or making parking lots and things like that. I actually think the parking lot in the stadium looks actually pretty good though, so it's not all bad. But it does take up a lot of space really fast, so that is a thing. It's okay though. But basically what I'm doing is I kind of laid out this red area here. This is going to be the plot for the car dealership building, and I'm going to build the car dealership building, at least start it today. And then I kind of started already just kind of figuring out what I want to do with a parking lot. Obviously, this whole space here is going to be a bunch of parking. I'm going to have some cars on display, things like that. And even over here as well, we're going to have plenty more parking. So, yeah, that's the goal, guys. Let's just kind of work on it as much as we can. So, I'm not sure what the dealership is going to be. Again, I think we discussed this the first time I started building a car dealership. I think I started it back on CLD 100. if I do remember correctly. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be focusing on. Just trying to figure out what we want to name it. So, not sure yet. We'll figure it out, though. I'm thinking about actually making this a little bit smaller here. Basically, I'm just going to make this thing start off with like this box shape, and then I'm going to kind of shape it out from there. I kind of have an idea of what I want. You know, I think I planned this one out in my head a little bit better than the last time. I've been trying to do that more. Just really have a good idea thought out before I start building. It seems to help me a little bit, especially on CLDs. So that's the goal, guys. All right, so we're going to take this down. But yeah, my spring break, you know, not doing anything special, not traveling or anything like that like a normal college student. Nope. I'm just staying home, and I'm going to build some CLD. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. I cleared my Minecraft schedule. I've cleared my real life schedule. And what I mean by clear my Minecraft schedule is I don't have anything else planned, you know? I don't have any other series planned, no survival island or anything like that. It's not ready yet. I don't have any Let's Builds planned right now. So CLD is my priority numero uno. That's just my plan. I'm just going to, you know, try to build as much on CLD as I can during my 11 or 12 days off from school. So, yeah, I finished my Japanese house, so that was a real grind trying to get that thing done, especially when I was working on, you know, projects and midterms as well. So getting that because that Japanese house took a long time to finish. But anyway, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out the Japanese house tour. It's my last video before this one. I think it's honestly like one of the best houses I've ever made, and it's really underrated. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free to do that. That would make me happy if you guys want to see it if you haven't seen it already, or watch it again. You know, that's fine too. But yeah, that house took me a long time to finish. But now that that's done, like literally the only priority I have is to build CLD. So that means finishing the stadium. Like seriously, like if I can finish the stadium during spring break, that is a success. So that's my goal. Hopefully I can achieve it. And I tend to, you know, achieve my goals when I set them. So hopefully I can, you know, just keep that trend going, especially in Minecraft. So yeah, we've talked about this before, but you know, even if it takes me a long time to finish something in Minecraft, it's going to get finished eventually. There's no doubt about that. So, all right, so we have this cube here, which is, you know, it's like, oh, great, Dan's building cubes on CLD now. Whoop-de-doo. All right, so now what we're going to do to this thing is we're going to add, well, let's get out some, I don't know, do I want to use, yeah, let's use some stone slabs. Why not? All right, so how many blocks do I want to take this up? Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me look at it from a distance here. That should be good. Okay, so we're going to take this up 6 blocks, and I'm going to have this run across. And my thought process is I'm going to make kind of like a little awning here on this side. And this is going to kind of be a little showroom for a couple of cars. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to do some sort of Audi thing, because I built a couple of nice cars in the Japanese house, actually. It's kind of segueing off that. So hopefully, you know, those are kind of cool car designs. So I might actually just build a few of those real quick on this video to, I guess, just kind of get an idea of what I want here. But I'm going to fill in this back wall with some cobblestone. Might add some assorted blocks on it, but we'll start with some cobble. Yeah, I don't want it to be too gray. That's always something that, you know, you got to try to deal with, especially in the city texture pack. So I'll add some color to it. Maybe some blue, maybe some, I don't know. I got to think of like what color would look good for cars. I mean, yeah, blue might look bad, or might look okay. Adding some light blue color or something like that on this build somewhere. That might look pretty good. Maybe even some yellow as well. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Because I kind of have the fire station right here is red. We have the brown police station. So another color here, just kind of continuing with the color themes might not be a bad idea. So, all right, we're going to take this across here. And I'm going to have this connect to here. And that'll run across the top of this. Get some more swiftness out. It's essential for this kind of build. Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of get the design started this episode. And, you know, kind of, you know, work off that. So that's basically, that would be filled in if, you know, we had the time for it. So let me get rid of this red wool. We don't need this now. We got the plan more or less squared away here. All right, so there we go. All right, so we have this, which is pretty good. So now I want to add like pillars to like hold this up. That's like the goal here. So let's see. If I have, you know, some pillars kind of just coming down like this, and we just have these go like every 3 or 4 blocks. Let's go 3, 3, 3, 3, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's perfect. That works so great. Okay, so I'll take these up, and then I'm gonna have some glass hopefully in here, and then some cars behind that. So that's the plan, guys. Okay, so we have that. All right, cool. So now glass. Let's see here. Get out some glass and take it across here, and then run it down through here. I'm gonna see how much space I have. So we have, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's so much space for cars. Cars aren't that big in Minecraft, depending on how you make them. But that'll give me plenty of space behind that. So I laid a bed down underneath this tree. Let's go ahead and sleep real quick. All right. Yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. Okay, so let me just fill in the glass a little bit here, because of course glass looks different when you fill it in, because sometimes it's a lot of glass is bad, as evident to a modern house we were working on a couple episodes back, which I need to work on as well. That's another thing I want to finish up. That shouldn't take too long. It might take a couple of hours to furnish that, or finish it up and furnish it. And then I also want to furnish the other modern house. So I got a lot of things to do. I want to furnish which one? That one right there on my crosshairs. I want to furnish that one, and that would, once I have like those last 2 furnished here, I should have 4 furnished modern houses in the hills, which would pretty much conclude that area, unless I want to add one more house, which I might. Not sure yet. And then I can, you know, focus on other things. I also, as much as it makes me cringe, I think I am going to start furnishing the skyscrapers during my break, and I might need some help with that. So just be on the lookout on Twitter, because I might be tweeting out asking for some help from some peeps. So just let that be known. That'll probably come in a few days. All right, so that looks pretty good. So we have, that actually looks really good. Okay, so that's great. Right here on this wall, I might add some cobblestone like running around here, just to kind of like loop this corner like that, so it's not like all glass. And then back here I might even do something like this. Whoops, the modded controller is on. I'll do something like this. I'll run this back through here, and this will kind of run across the back of that, so it's not just kind of like right on the edge there. That should be pretty good. So from this angle, not bad. And then I might add a little logo here or something on the glass. So good start. Let's move over here now. Let's see. So ideally, let's come up here a little bit. I'm thinking like maybe right here. What's the dead center of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at that. So clutch. All right, let's take this across right here. This is going to be another like ceiling. It's kind of like all like kind of coming out of that central cube, more or less. So this is going to go down pretty far. I'd say probably like right there or something like that. Again, the red design below is really just kind of it was just kind of like a little, I don't know what to call it, just a little place mark, I guess. It's not really like, you know, exactly what I wanted the coordinates or the dimensions to be. So we'll just kind of roll with that. All right, so this is going to come across right here and just take this down. All right, so I got to add some color to this as well. I'll figure that out. I might add some like yellow walls in the interior. That way you can kind of see through the glass and see the yellow, and that might look good. But I still got to figure out a name. We've had some clever ones, you know, before, like Dan Burghini. That's pretty funny. I think that's a little bit too cheesy, to be honest, but we'll think of something that's really, really good one of these days. I know with all you guys helping me out, should take no time to think of a really, really clever name for a car dealership. So we couldn't get one before. We'll figure it out. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be some more glass here. And ideally, I just want like a small office space up here. Nothing too crazy. So the glass will come across right here, and we'll have the same exact design with the pillars. So let's see. I don't want the glass to go all the way down, because I'm trying to make this a little bit like kind of like a modern design, more or less. Hopefully. No, we'll see. All right, so there we go. Okay, so we have some glass up there. That might need to be moved in a little bit, like a few blocks here, because that's not going to give us enough space back here for like this level. Like it's going to be like a small area. That's not nearly enough space, so might have to move that in just a tad, like maybe to. I keep putting the stone slabs away. Maybe move it in 3 blocks and then have the glass go here instead. Just give me a little bit more space. That might work. I know it doesn't like equate perfectly on the symmetry of that, you know, stone wall there, but that's okay. Let's just fix this real quick, guys. And then the last thing I want to do is just work on that over there. But before we get too far into this episode, before I completely forget, I think I'm on a pretty good streak of not forgetting about question of the day. I don't think I've ever forgotten about it, like, completely, like, end of the episode and be like, oh, crap, I forgot to answer it. But pushing it close there. So let's go ahead and get to the question of the day right now, guys. So let me just go ahead and load it up real quick. All right, so today's question of the day comes from Red Cats Gaming, and it is question of the day. What would you do if the whole of CLD was gone, all your progress was deleted, and you no longer had a big project to record on? P.S. I hope this doesn't happen. All right, so I've seen this question before. I'm kind of like reluctant to answer it because it's a silly question, but I'll answer it for this time. Because I kind of have like an interesting thought on this. Like, people would think that I would just like be devastated and be like, oh, you know, like I would just like, you know, quit Minecraft if that happened. Absolutely not. You know, it wouldn't be as bad as you'd think, honestly. Like, I know, like, it sounds crazy, but, you know, honestly, you can take away CLD. It's, you know, it would suck, but honestly, like, what's stopping me from just starting a new city? Like, it's not like you're taking away like my imagination for playing Minecraft. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, CLD, if it got deleted, that would suck, because it would be just a devastating thing to like lose all my work that I've put onto this world for like over a year, and that would be awful. But that doesn't mean I can't just start a new city and just, you know, continue to use my creativity to build something brand new. So, you know, I think that would absolutely suck, and I don't really think about that because it's just kind of silly. And kind of the reason why I asked this question, or I answered it, is because my friend Mason, he asks me this all the time, and it gets like on my nerves, like how much he asks me this question. Like, every day, like, he'll be like, hey Dan, what happens if CLD got deleted? I'll be like, why are you even asking me this? It's like backed up on like 5 different cloud files, like 4 flash drives, and on my Xbox. It's like, there's no chance of that. And it's like, I just think it's funny that it's just like, why that question keeps getting asked, but it's like, it'll never happen. But it's a hypothetical. Again, you know, I'm not worried about that at all. But even if it did happen, you know, God forbid, it wouldn't matter, because I could just start a new city. It's not like you're taking away my thoughts in Minecraft. I'll just start a brand new city and go from there. It would suck losing all that progress, but it would not be the end of the world. That would not be the end of my channel. I would just start up Dan Francisco, or I don't know, some other city name that I haven't thought of right at this moment. But yeah, that's the question. That's my answer. Thank you very much to Red Cats Game for that question. Of course, you guys know the drill. Your question of the day comments, leave them in the comment section below, or on Twitter, tweet at me. My Twitter is in the description of the video if you guys want to find it. If you guys don't know what it is there. It will always be there, so don't worry about it. All right, so we have this, right? And I want to kind of just like follow this exact same pattern that I've had, except I want to make sure that I don't go crazy with the glass. So let me get out some yellow here. I'm going to try maybe some yellow stain. This might look bad. What does this block look like again? Oh, wait, no, that's way too SpongeBob looking for me. I like more of a lighter yellow. Like neon yellow is kind of like, it's not me. I like really nice pale yellows. Like, that's like the perfect yellow that I like. It's like light and pale. This honestly looks like just like the color of my like logo. So, all right, so we're gonna add some yellow back here at some point just to kind of like neutralize that color. And we're coming across right here. I'm gonna have maybe some stone run through here, like this. Have this run through. I'm gonna add some fancy schmancy designs on this wall. I might even leave that little glass like open there, and then I'm gonna add maybe with this actually. Let's go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm just gonna add some like little fancy windows like that in here. Nothing too crazy, like that. Just have a couple of those. Then we can have this up here kind of just stay like that. And then now what we can do is we can start going with the pillars again. I'm going to have one of these open where you can actually enter the building. It might just be here, actually. I might just take it right here, and then I can have this come across like this. So this will be the entrance to the building, like that. All right. And let's go. What are we doing? 3 blocks again? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's perfect. So we'll have that go like that. Take this up right here. And right here as well. All right, how's this looking? All right, let me take a distance look at it. Not bad, right? Okay, so we have that. Let's continue here, guys. Let's keep on rolling. Let's get the glass back out. Let's take this up through here. You can just fill this all in, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna have like that's gonna be the main entrance to the place. And like basically this glass is not gonna have anything to do with the first floor. This is just gonna be like an office space up there. So Gonna have it like 2 levels here on this particular dealership, so it's gonna be a little bit interesting. Let's take this around like that. Okay, so let's see. How can we change this right here instead of it so it's not like all just gray color? Maybe I put the quartz here instead. You know, I gotta turn off my mono controller. It's been killing me this whole episode. I usually just leave it on and just deal with it, but because it's like new and I have to like, it's a little bit more tricky to turn it on and off than my old one. Still a good mono controller though, no doubt. And by the way, of course, it's chrome. Just thought I'd remind you guys in case you forgot. Okay, so something like that, right? And maybe I could even add some. Am I starting to get into? This is the part where I get a little bit too fancy, right? What if I did this? Took some yellow through here, and then ran some slabs or something. So we got a little bit of yellow sticking through. That looks like eyes. I like that actually. I think that's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take it all the way across. So to there, like that, and then I can actually probably just go like that or something, and have that run around. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we got to sleep again. Second time, but that's okay. It's better than having it rain on my parade, right? Okay. So we're going to have this. Okay. All right, so good start. And then I can put like a logo right here, like a huge logo for what I'm going to do for this car dealership. I don't know yet what it's going to be, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so we have that. And I'm thinking about doing something that I did on the Flower Pot Coffee Shop, and that's like kind of just assort this design a little bit. So on the Flower Pot Coffee Shop, I didn't have it like the whole, I had like something similar to this, like a big like box shape here, but I might do something like this again, except you know, add like the cobblestone things that run through it. So like that'll be kind of like a, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Yeah, let's do this real quick. Okay, let's get the mod out again, right when I thought I didn't need it. Now I do need it. All right, so that's gonna go down through there. This is going to run up and back down and back up again. Okay, so this is going to go all the way down to the ground. Yeah, this is going to just add a little bit of detail to this wall here. So it's not just a big flat wall. Again, I don't like that at all. I like to add as much detail as I can to these kind of things. So like that, right? And that just adds just a little bit to it, makes it look a little bit better. I'll do that all the way around the sides. That's going to be great. So, and of course, we're going to add a logo there at some point. So let's keep on going over here. What I want to do is, well, let's see. I'm going to end up doing something like this. I'm going to take this down a few blocks here to the point where it connects up with that glass. Yeah, and this kind of runs back down through here. Just get all this glass. Again, once this thing gets filled in on the inside, there's gonna be cars in there and stuff like that. So the glass isn't just gonna look like a bunch of glass, basically. Well, it'll still look like glass, but it'll have something behind it, which is the reason why you use glass, so you can see through, right? Glass by itself sucks, but if you have stuff behind it, it's great. Okay, so let's just get this filled in here real quick. We'll grab some swiftness, and then I want to close out this episode by working on that side just right over there for a few minutes, and then we'll be done. We'll make an episode a little bit longer, so we have a lot of progress here on the start of this this dealership, which I think is going to be a keeper. It's just based off the original design. I can always kind of tell off like the first start of it whether I'm going to like it or not. You know, you gotta give it time as always, but sometimes you can tell. So far, I like this a lot. I'm happy with this so far. So, you know, we're right on track, guys. All right, so there we go. And do I want to add? You know what? Actually, I have an idea. What if I do something like this? This might be cool. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Right there. Jump 3 blocks. Jump 3 blocks. Jump 3 blocks. Keep on jumping 3 blocks to there, I think. Might have to extend that out a little bit. And then what if I took some cobblestone walls right here and just kind of put them in front of this window? That would add some nice detail. I think this is going to be something. Oh, God, these are hard to place. Okay. These things are tricky. Okay, yeah, Dan's struggling. I am not the best on the sticks, guys. Okay, there we go. Just a couple of more. Oh, the grind is real. Okay. And another thing we got to do in the world. So I got to write this on my list of things to do, which isn't really a thing. I just got to think about it. So we have to name the lake, right? We have this big lake right here in the middle of Los Dangeles, which is a nice lake. You know, it's got, obviously, the Tudor-style house on it. We got the modern house on the hill kind of looking off of it, the Farnsworth house. it's got the river, which kind of runs all the way through, you know. This is something I thought I did a pretty good job with. This was never originally like this. I had the river run all the way through. It goes underneath the bridge, past the Alpine Mansion, and out into the ocean that way. Same thing on this side. It runs through here, underneath of the bridge, near the modern houses, and then out into the ocean. So I thought I did a good job connecting all the water. That's something that I, worked on. So look at that, guys. Just adding those little cobblestone walls there. That looks great. That looks really good. I might even, like, adopt that same design, like, over here instead of using the pillared quartz. Honestly, I think that looks better. So that's great. All right, so last thing, guys, before we're done here, and that is going to be, let's see. You got some gray wool, and I think I'm going to do it right here to start. Maybe. Might want to take it in one block, actually. I can always change this later. But basically, I'm going to have gray wool kind of... This is going to be just like a gray wool wall, because we can't have it all glass. We can have a little bit of private space, right? So we're going to have some gray wool. It's going to run down a little bit. Again, not sure how far. Probably like right there, and this is going to run all the way back here. I'm just going to fill this in real quick just to see how it looks. And then after that, I think I'm going to put, I don't know, some sort of thing up here. Let's see. All right. So let's take this across here. Just fill this in real quick. I might put some windows on this, just some small ones. If I'm going to add them, they're going to be small, and they're going to be just, just to let in some natural light. All right, so we got some gray there, and then this is probably going to turn here. This glass back here as well, because this glass has to turn as well, like in here. And then I'm probably going to add some sort of balcony or something back here, possibly. We'll see. I can extend that out right there. And this glass is actually going to have to run through, so maybe we extend this one, possibly one extra block here. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll extend this one extra block here on the bottom so it lines up. That'll be good. Okay, so there we go. Like that. All right. Not too bad. This is looking great, actually. I like this so far. It's kind of a cool building. Again, I didn't want to take up a whole lot of space on the lot. I want to give myself plenty of space to actually add, like the parking lot, which is like the most important part of the dealership, because that's like what the whole point of it is, to show off the cars that you're trying to sell, right? Okay, so last thing to do before we're done is, well, actually, I don't even know what this is going to be. So I laid out these little, like, blocks here, right? And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with these. I think I'll just do them like this. I'm going to have them go right here instead. So scrap these. That's no longer a thing. And I don't even think this needs to go out that far. Maybe like right there, and we can scrap the last two. Let's get rid of the red here for a second. In fact, let's just get rid of all the red. Let me get some swiftness for this. Swiftness for this. All right, we're getting rid of all this red. I don't like this. Let's just get rid of it all. We don't need it anymore. It's already been figured out. Same thing over here. Just gonna get rid of it all. Just marking things is important, just to kind of get an idea of the space. That's why the red is here. We're getting rid of this though. We don't need it anymore. It's no longer required. Again, this is a surprisingly big plot. I probably should have. The thing is, like, whenever I build in Minecraft, especially houses, I look at a plot and I always underestimate how much space I need. But for this building, this is pretty big space back here. Plus, we have a whole lot of space over here. This is a very large plot that I still have a lot of things I can do with. So the fact that I kind of have this building so far back on the lot is actually kind of useful. So, okay, let's get this filled in real quick. Yeah, so like this is gonna be good. I'm gonna have some cars on the inside. Got to figure out the thing, but I'll probably add some cars in between episodes just to kind of get it in there. And I'll probably just end up closing off the entire design in between episodes, just get it all done. And then next episode, I can focus on the stadium or something else on the world. But yeah, this is something I've wanted to add. It's been on my list of things to add to the world for a while. Adding a car dealership. We had one originally, didn't work out in the space that I originally had it in. Which reminds me, I want to talk about that space over there where the car dealership used to be. We're gonna, maybe for next episode, we'll talk about that. All right, so I'm just gonna open up some space in here real quick so I can just put down some glowstone, just to light this place up a little bit because it's dark in here. Okay, and obviously there's gonna be an entrance through here into this build. This isn't just gonna be like a hollow like thing. It's actually going to be things in there. Same thing on this side. Like it's not just going to be hollow. All right. Whoa, that is all messed up. We got to fix that. Okay, I got to fix that. That's bugging the crap out of me. There we go. All right. All right, so last thing over here. So here's my idea for this. I want to take up some pillars on each one of these things, and this was going to be either the exit to a possible parking garage underneath for, like, you know, maybe not the cars that are on display, but the cars that people actually drive away in. And plus, since they're underground, they're not going to be affected by weather as much in theory. You know, I always wondered, you know, like cars, especially where I live, you know, it gets kind of nasty during the winter. So like, I always wondered, like, you know, the car dealerships kind of just leave these like new cars like just out there, just in the weather. You know what I mean? It's like, if I was buying a car, I wouldn't want it just like sitting out there. You know what I mean? But you know, I guess it doesn't really affect cars that much. Cars are cars. You know, they're built for the weather. So maybe I'm just overthinking it. But oh yeah, I'm gonna take this down a little bit. I don't know if this is even gonna connect to the building or not. It might. It might not. I might need more time to kind of get you know, regather my thoughts on this idea. I kind of forgot what I wanted to do with it, to be honest. I wanted to have like an awning, like on there, and then have like another pillar coming up here as well, like kind of connecting these awnings. And then I wanted to have like another curved awning. I kind of got some inspiration from Danville. I went back in Danville, and actually I had a really good car dealership in Danville. I went back and looked at that for a little bit, and I liked that a lot. So I was able to get some inspiration from Danville for a little bit, which was cool. Okay, so here we go. And then, yeah, what I might do is I might have like the parking garage run down through here. Either that, or it'll just be more space to show off the cars. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, but I think we did a pretty good job filling this lot for now, for just the first episode here, just kind of getting started. Again, it's already nighttime again. These time flies when you're you don't have daylight cycle on, I'll tell you. Well, no kidding, right? Okay, so let's see. What else do we want to do with this? What else can we do before we're done here? I like what we've done though. Looks pretty good. Again, I gotta add a logo here. This is like the space I'm gonna, like, you know, store away for the logo. Logo is going in this space right here. I don't know why I just kind of curved that so much, but logo is going there. Wait, maybe that can be our logo. Wait, hold on. Am I onto something here? Nah, not really. That's not our logo, but that's cool. That's kind of funny that I just made like a little design like that. But anyway, guys, that's where we're going to conclude today's episode. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy it. We're starting up a car dealership. I'm gonna fill in like the or just, you know, continue to work on this off camera. Might even work on it again next episode. But it looks pretty good right now. I'm pretty happy with this. Good start, you know, for our first episode, making a car dealership right near the stadium. Everything's starting to come together a little bit in this area. Hopefully we can just continue to, you know, peck away at it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It's been Danlags. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Oh, controller disconnected. Again, it's telling me to end the episode. Bye, guys.